Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Look It Up Podcast. I'm Chip Omer, and this is Tony Gudo. You can find us on Facebook under his name, Tony Gudo, and YouTube under Look It Up Podcast. Now, we got a big episode for y'all today.
Big episode. We're going to cover the Final Four, women and men, real quick. Talk about LSU baseball and the UFL football. And then we're going to do a mock draft. We're going to do the mock draft, but we're only going to do 16 picks. We're going to do each of 8. Cham's going to start with number 1, and then we're going to rotate 1 through 16 and do our first mock draft. And next week we'll probably do our second mock draft. And what we'll do?
We'll swap.
I'll start first, and he'll go second, and we'll see what happens. Because guess what? The draft is what? 2 weeks away tomorrow. 2 weeks away, the NFL draft. Can't wait. I always look forward to it every year. Real quick, the men's Final Four. Here's what happened on Saturday. UConn, 71-62 over Illinois. Put that Illinois out of there. Michigan, 91 over Arizona, 73. That was a little bit of a surprise. I thought Arizona was going to hang in there, but they couldn't do it. And
a lot of people had Arizona winning it all.
Yeah, that's what I thought. When last podcast, I said I thought they'd beat UConn in the final. Instead, guess what? UConn made it, Michigan made it, and then Michigan beat UConn 69-63 on Monday night. I watched the game. Wasn't as good a game as I thought it would be. I thought there was a lot of bad calls against Michigan. They had a bunch of, I thought, flagrant fouls, especially late in the game that officials did not call. I think it would have been a lot closer game. Could have went into overtime if they'd have made those calls. But anyway, it don't matter what we think. Michigan's the champion, 69-63. And the women's, South Carolina beat UConn 62-48 the other night. And the coach kind of went crazy on the UConn side.
Auriemma.
We don't know really what happened there. It looked like he was just upset.
So supposedly the story was that they were supposed to that the coaches are supposed to meet at half court, like during pregame.
Yeah.
And supposedly Dawn Staley didn't meet Gino in the middle.
He had to go to her.
No, he was standing there waiting and she never came.
Yeah.
And then he waited till the end of the game to say something, and then it started a whole debacle.
He felt disrespected. That was the whole deal. He felt disrespected. Anyway, they move on to UCLA beat Texas 51-44 in the next game. And in the championship game, I think it was Sunday night, UCLA dominated and beat South Carolina 79-51. I was kind of glad. I'm not a big Dawn Staley fan, so I was kind of glad South Carolina lost. I know it's an SEC team, and I kind of support the SEC, but not in that case. I just think UCLA they outgunned them. UCLA, that's the first women's championship they've ever won. Pretty good. All right, let's move on. LSU baseball won the series over Tennessee over the weekend.
Last Sunday afternoon, Cade Arrambide, first player in program history to hit 4 home runs in a single game. 3 solo, 1 grand slam. And the grand slam was to seal the game in the 11th inning.
The 10th inning, right?
11th inning.
In the 11th inning. Anyway, they came back and they scored a lot of runs at the end of the game to come back and win that series. And they helped them. It moved them to number 24, back into the top 25. However,
then we lost
last night. They lost 10-7 to Bethune-Cookman. They got outplayed last night. The batters were just not hitting, and the pitchers were not doing their job. If you give up 10 runs, the pitchers are not doing what they're supposed to do. So anyway, UFL started 2 weeks ago. We talked about it last week. Watched the game last night, which was a real good game. St. Louis and Dallas. St. Louis, they just couldn't keep up with Dallas. Dallas Renegades coach Rick Neuheisel has done a good job there. They're 2-0 right now in the UFL. And they are outscoring everybody. They've scored 67 points so far this year and allowed only 32, which most were last night in that game. They gave up 20, I think it was, somewhere around in there. I don't see the score on here, but anyway, that's what it was. Orlando Storm, they're also 2-0, but they've only scored 42 points. So they just hadn't played the right teams. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the coming week. Like Dallas, I think Dallas will probably end up winning this whole thing. We'll find out. The 0-2 teams are Columbus 0-2 and Louisville Kings, they're 0-2. They'll start playing again this weekend. Let's see, Friday, DC plays Columbus. Saturday, Louisville plays Orlando. Sunday, Birmingham plays Houston. No, this must be last week. This is last week. I'm sorry. This is last week's schedule. Anyway, it was St. Louis and Dallas. They played last night. So this is the back schedule. Anyway, we're going to move on now. We're going to move on to what we want to do. What we want to do?
We are going to do
the mock draft.
an NFL mock draft.
Yeah. First of all, I want to make a comment about one thing. Yesterday, I talked to Pat.
Talk to Pat Kerwin.
And
What's his name?
Hester.
Yeah,
Jacob
Hester.
Called them on their NFL show, and we had a discussion about the Saints. And I think I told them I thought we'd probably go for a receiver, but the problem with going with a receiver is you got receivers in the second, third, fourth rounders. You could get a good receiver later in the draft, and I think a good player is going to drop to the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
More than likely, Sonny Styles, the linebacker, Caleb Downs, the safety, edge rusher, Reuben Baines, possibly a couple of other guys that could fall down to number 8 where the Saints pick. And Mickey Loomis, he is not going to move down in the draft. He's going to stay right where he's at or move up. He might try to move up and get somebody they really want. I'm not sure. You never know what's going to happen. Last week, by the way, I went 2-1 on my picks. I don't have any picks today. I didn't really look at anything. I'm going to skip this week. Mainly it's just the NBA. I'm not really into the NBA as much as I need to be. Maybe next week we'll start doing some of that. But right now, we're going to move on, and we're going to go to the NFL draft.
Here we go.
An NFL draft.
I'm ready. All right. With the first pick in the Look It Up podcast mock draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza,
No surprise.
quarterback, Indiana University. Now,
unless he gets hurt between now and then, he's gone. I think Vegas is probably bubble wrap him. They want to make sure he don't get hurt between now and then.
now I gave reasons, but it's not really hard. Heisman, national champion,
And Vegas needs a quarterback.
and Vegas needs a quarterback, and he's just the best player in the draft based on of what happened last year in college.
Yep. We'll find out. They say he's gotten bigger. He's gotten bigger and more muscular, so he must have been working out since the national championship game.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go with go ahead. Whoa, the 6th pick in the mock draft of round 2. No, I mean,
Second
look it
pick.
up. The second pick, what I said? The second pick in the mock draft on the Look It Up podcast. I'm going to take the New York Jets. I think the New York Jets are going to pass on the quarterback because I don't think the quarterback is worth being the number 2 pick in the draft. So I think they're going to take the offensive linebacker David Bailey out of Texas Tech. He's a wrecking ball. He will attack the quarterback. He will attack the run. This guy is phenomenal. He is going to be a great linebacker in the NFL. Let's move on.
Hold up.
Do it, round.
I'm trying. All right. Here we go. Just best be all the way up. All right. With the third pick in the Look It Up podcast mock draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Reuben Bain Jr. out of Miami.
He's already gone. You can't take. Oh no,
You
he's
said
not.
David
Oh,
Bailey.
Reuben Baines. You took him. Oh, Reuben Baines.
Yeah.
Good pick. I like that pick.
He's big. He's quick off the line. He's just good.
Good.
So-
I like it. And with the 4th pick.
Fifth. Oh yeah, fourth. No.
4th pick in the Look It Up podcast mock draft, the Tennessee Titans will take running back Jeremiah Love out of Notre Dame. One of the best running backs. They say a generational star.
Nice.
He's going to be a nice running back, and he's going to be as good as the top running backs in the past in the NFL. So we're going to find out. Born in the injury, this guy's big. He breaks so many long runs, especially in college. Now, college is different than NFL, but let me tell you, Notre Dame is up there. They're one of the top 10, 15 teams in the country. So if you can play their record, you got to be pretty good. So Tennessee should do well, especially
All
with
right.
Drake May and him in the backfield.
All right, moving on. With the 5th pick in the Look It Up podcast mock draft, the New York Giants select Sonny Styles,
Whoa.
linebacker. Now,
Styles.
the reasons I put he was tall, he's good, and he's very good in zone defenses. He's good at using his range in defense.
Okay. Moving on. In our mock draft, the Cleveland Browns, they need what? They need help on the offensive line. So they're going to take the top offensive tackle, Monroe Feeling, out of Georgia. Fills in a big need for them to help protect their quarterbacks in the future. So we'll see what happens with the Cleveland Browns. Moving on.
With the 7th pick in the mock draft, I have the Washington Commanders taking Carnell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State. He has good body control and elite route running. So that's why Washington needs a quarterback. I mean, not a quarterback, a wide receiver.
Yep. Okay, now we're up to what? The New Orleans Saints. Whoa, and with the 8th pick in the NFL mock draft coming from
New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans, here we go. New Orleans is going to take top guy on the board right now, I believe. Who's that? Safety. Caleb Downs. Caleb Downs. Got to take him. He's a safety, but he can play corner, and he plays up. He plays close to the line. He does what? He plays like a linebacker.
Yeah.
This guy is a great pick. Hopefully the Saints do get him. If not, they may get Sonny Styles. They may get Reuben Baines. But in my draft right now,
Or Mansour
the best
Delane.
available, Caleb Downs.
Or Mansour Delane.
Or Mansour Delane.
Yeah.
All right.
With the 9th pick in the NFL mock draft, I have the Kansas City Chiefs taking Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver. Reasons they need a slot receiver.
They need a corner too.
Yeah. But I have him going to Kansas City. Slot, he's very slot dominant. So I think that's what Kansas City needs right now. Because they have wide receivers. So they need a slot.
Okay, and with the 10th pick in our mock draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select cornerback Mason Delane out of LSU. Cincinnati definitely needs help on the corners. They've had, in their division, people throw the ball a lot in their division. So they need some corner help. And Mason Delane is probably one of the best corners coming out. So they take him to satisfy one of their needs. Moving on.
At the 11th pick in the mock draft, the Miami Dolphins select Francis Mauigoa.
Woo! That's a good pick.
Very good pick. He's physical and he's a tone setter.
He is a tone setter. He's a good player. Next, I'm picking for the hated Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys. I think the Dallas Cowboys, guess what? They need a quarterback just as bad. So I think what they're going to do, they have a choice. There's two good cornerbacks still available. One of them is cornerback Jermon McCoy out of Tennessee. And the other one that I really like is the cornerback Avion Terrell. Avion Terrell from Clemson. I was kind of a toss-up here, but I'm going to go with, I listened to Terrell on the radio the other day. He sounds like he is ready to play day one. So the Dallas Cowboys select Avion Terrell from Clemson. Take on that corner.
With the 13th pick in the mock draft, I have the Los Angeles Rams taking Caden Proctor.
Ooh, good pick.
He's
Caden Proctor.
big. Just
Yep,
a
he's
big guy.
Offensive tackle. They need offensive tackle.
They
Right?
do need an offensive tackle.
All right, who I got? Next. Baltimore. Oh, Baltimore got a new coach. Got a whole new staff, pretty much. I like their coach. I think that guy's going to do a pretty good job over there. But anyway, Baltimore, you know what they need? offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
And Proctor is gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So guess who they're going to take? Offensive tackle Spencer Fano from Utah. Another
Good
nice
pick.
pick. Another good
Good
pick. Offensive tackle.
Good pick.
And they need that pick. Baltimore needs some protection for Lamar and for their running backs, some blocking. Here we go. 2 more picks.
With the 15th pick in the mock draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they also need an offensive tackle, have them taking Peter Woods
Ooh, he's
out
a
of
good one.
Clemson, I think. I
Yep.
think he's out of Clemson. He has first step quickness off the line. So
That's right.
I think that he will be good for Tampa.
Okay, then our final pick today, we're going to do pick number 16. And then the pick number 16, and I'll look it up, NFL mock draft. The New York Jets, they need a quarterback, right? They got Geno, and even though Aaron Glenn says Geno won't take them to the promised land, I think they bring in a quarterback, and they're going to bring in Ty Simpson from Alabama.
That's a good pick.
That's a late pick. I know they won't take him, but I knew they weren't going to take him early. They took him late. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good pick. They need a quarterback to get ready for the future. Geno's going to be there a year or two, I think, but then Ty Simpson will probably take over. I'm not as high on Ty Simpson as a lot of people are, but maybe he'll prove me wrong. I just don't think he played enough in college, but we'll find out. Anyway, that's our mock draft for the top 16. Next week, we're going to do another one, and we're going to start with myself starting at number 1, and we're going to see how things go. Maybe it'll change a little bit compared to what I think and compared to what he thought on these different teams. And we might also, we're going to have a little more time because it's already only 16 minutes so far today. Next week, we might do a full draft for the Saints. Do every pick. Do all the Saints picks. I think the Saints have 7 or 8 picks because they got a commissary pick too. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please let everybody know. Most people are interested in mock drafts. Most people want to know. Next week we'll also talk about LSU baseball, see what's going on there. They take on Ole Miss this weekend. Ole Miss is in the series this weekend. I think might be at home, right? Is it at home? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
Look it up. Where they playing? I know they play Ole Miss. I just don't know exactly at home. And I think it's at home because they just came from the road with Tennessee, right? So we'll see. And then we'll talk about the UFL game and see what happens there.
It is,
And we'll also talk about the UFL games next week, cover what happens this coming weekend.
It is at Ole Miss.
At Ole Miss. Okay, LSU at Ole Miss. We'll find out if they can survive another series. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please share our podcast. Let people know we're here. It's a quick 30, 40 minutes every week to get you up to date on what's going on in the NFL, in the baseball, basketball, and the NBA. You have anything on the NBA?
Oh, yeah. I'll do NBA real quick.
Yeah, the playoffs are around the corner.
Playoffs are coming in hot.
Pelicans played their last game last night. Last home game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday, Timberwolves beat the Pacers, Bulls beat the Wizards, Nets beat the Bucks, Raptors beat the Heat, Pelicans beat the Jazz, Celtics beat the Hornets, Warriors beat the Kings, Thunder beat the Lakers, Clippers beat the Mavericks, and the Rockets beat the Suns. Today there are 7 games. Bucks, Pistons, Hawks, Cavaliers, Timberwolves, Magic, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Trailblazers, Spurs, Thunder, Clippers, and Mavericks, Suns. So that's about it.
How about the playoff thing? I think I sent you something on that. Do you have that?
Yeah, it's on Google, though.
Okay.
So, the
Playoff scenarios.
The Pistons have clinched the Eastern Conference. The Celtics, Knicks, and Cavaliers have all clinched a playoff position. But in the West, the Thunder, Spurs, and Lakers have clinched their division. But Thunder, Spurs, Nuggets, Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves have all clinched
A play-in.
playoff spot. Playoff. Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers, and Warriors have clinched a play-in.
Yeah, so
spot.
a lot of people from the West.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let us know what you think. If you make any comments, let us know on Facebook or on YouTube, whichever. Anyway, if you're looking for anything and you can't find it, what do? You look it up. Anyway, come on, Saints. Let's get the Rice draft.
Who dat?
LSU, let's win this weekend. Let's win that series.
Who dat? Go Tigers. Thanks for watching. Come back next week.
Take care.